Dear learners, welcome once again in the sessions. In our previous sessions, we have talked about the tribes of Tripura, Tripuri tribes, Riang tribe, Jamatia tribes. In these sessions, we will talk about the Chakma tribes, HALAM tribes and NOATIA tribes. By the end of these sessions, you should be able to know the socio-economic life of the Chakma tribes, the belief and custom among the Chakma tribes, the socio-economic life of HALAM tribe, the belief and custom among the HALAM tribes, the socio-economic life of the NOATIA tribes, and the belief and custom among the NOATIA tribes. First, we talk about the Chakma tribe. The Chakma tribes migrated to India through the Mizoram and Tripura border from the East Pakistan or Bangladesh. The name Chakma, sometimes spelled as a Sakma, Sak means it is a Burmese word. They are assimilated some of the Sanskritized culture traded from the Bengalis of the Chittagong plain. Their populations according to the 2011 census in Tripura was 79,813. The socio-economic life of the Chakmas are not very much different from the other tribes of Tripura. The Chakma men wear dhoti and shirt. The women wear pinon, lungi stretched from the waist to the ankle, and a hadi, a long narrow piece of cloth covering the upper part of the chest. Their ornaments are made of the beads and silver. The older men and women wear khubang, that is a white turban, as a symbol of their age. Rice is the staple food of the Chakma people. Though they are Buddhist, but they eat fish, but this group of people, they don't eat beef. The men are fond of drinking kanji, or one form of rice beer, moth, it is a distilled liquor, and they also prefer to chew betel nuts and leaves. This community practice wet rice cultivations and settled cultivations for the producing cotton. Chakma community is practicing endogamous and is divided into various guza or clan, which are neither exogamous nor endogamous. Marriage are arranged through negotiations, but marriage through mutual consent is also observed frequently. When a marriage is finalized, a betrothal ring is given to the bride. The groom's parents present their intended daughter-in-law with the marriage dress. On arriving at the groom's house, the bride and the groom sit together on a wooden seat with the swala, a man accompanying to the groom, and swali, a woman accompanying to the bride, sitting behind them. The swala and swali bind a muslin scarf around the couple. On the next day, at the morning meal, the newly wed couple come hand in hand and touch the feet of the elders of their families, seeking their blessings. The divorce are observed very rarely and has to be approved by the village council. The Chakma society is patrilineal and patriarchal. The modes of succession is patrilineal. There is a strong bond between the member of the Chakma community. The women do not inherit the paternal property and have no roles in the political affairs of the family in general. The belief and custom of the Chakma communities are little bit different because they worship the Lord Buddha. The Chakmas also venerate goddess Lakshmi, Lord Vishwakarma, and goddess Kali. The Buddhist priest is known as Busu or Bhartrai. The monk reside in the monastery, and it is duty of the village to provide them with food regularly. The Chakma also cremate their bodies. The main festival of the Chakma communities are the Buddha Purnima, Kartik Purnima, and Buishu or Biku. I hope now you have a little bit idea about the Chakma communities. and their customs and traditions. Now we talk about the HALAM tribe. HALAM tribe is also one of the minor tribes of Tripura. The HALAMs are one of the earliest settled in Tripura. The HALAM are reported to have been ferocious people who used to kill strangers in past. The HALAM settlements are distributed all over Tripura with the maximum concentration in the South Tripura district. According to the 2011 census, there were approximately 57,000 HALAM in Tripura. HALAM tribes are also consist of several clans or dofa. Some of the clans as mentioned are Koloi, Kulu or Khulong, Korbang, Kaipeng, Kairen, Chadai, Deb, Sakasep, Thangsep, Nabem, Bongsel, Murchem, Murda Kang or Murasing, Rangkhol, Upini, Longai and Langlung. However, many people, the local people, they feel that particularly the Koloi and Murasing clans, they are linguistically much more close to the other linguistic group like Jamatia, Tripuri or Bru people. Because the linguistic of the Chakma, because the linguistic character of the HALAM communities are mostly like a Mizo. It is not basically Tibetan Burmese in origin or Tripuri kind of language. That is the reason putting the Koloi and Murasing into the HALAM community, many times local people, they are not happy with that kind of classifications. However, it is a administrative decisions by the government of India. In the socio-economic life, the HALAM follow a non-vegetarian diet, but they also don't eat beef like other tribes of the Tripura. Rice is the staple food, and of course bamboo shoot is one of the favorite food for this HALAM community also. They also consume alcohol prepared at home, and smoking or consuming tobacco is common practice. Homemade rice beer is favorite for all HALAM people. The economic activities of the people consist of gathering wild vegetable, roots and tubers, hunting small animal, weaving, basketry and zoom cultivations. They are much more dependent on the wildlife or the forest traditionally. The economic life of the HALAM centered around the hill and forest, which are abundant in the natural resources. This is the reason still this group of people, they prefer to live in the deep part of the forest, which may not have the modern amenities at present days. Community endogamy is the norm among the HALAM. The most popular modes of acquiring a mate are negotiations and elopement. Monogamy is the general form of marriage. They do not have any marriage symbol, although the women put vermilion or any other red color on their forehead only on the wedding day. In this context, one important thing need to be mentioned is that as you observe that there are several clans are within these HALAM communities, this practice of their different socio-economic rituals or other practices are vary from each clan to another clan minutely, although they are overall it's remain under the same umbrella. However, there are some variations in the practice was observed among the different clan within this HALAM community. The period of voluntary service by the bridegroom is known as Damat Uthao, which was practiced previously. These days, because of the modern effect, this practice is gradually reducing, and avoidance relationship has to be observed by the HALAM woman with her husband's elder brother as a mark of respect. Woman is also not supposed to utter the name of their husband, their parents and all other elderly relatives. She must not use the corner of the floor where her parents-in-law and brother-in-laws usually sleeps. that is as a mark of respect. After the father's death, the brothers, or you can say the eldest brother, take up the responsibility of the getting their sisters married. The inter-family links are most visible during the social occasions such as marriage, death, etc. Male equigenitor is the general rule with regards to inheritance. According to the HALAM custom, a pregnant woman is not allowed to touch the body of a deceased person. After delivery, a pollution period is observed till the woman completes her forthcoming menstrual cycle. During this period, the woman and her family cannot participate in any religious ceremony. The naming ceremony of the child is observed on the day when the baby's navel cord or malai is detached from this body. HALAM are also cremated their dead bodies. The majority of them, they practice the tribal religions or Hinduism previously, but these days many of them they adopted the Christianity. At a family level, they worship various deities. Goddess Raksha Kali is believed to be protect the community from the calamities. Kher Puja is the most important festival among the HALAM community. No outsider is allowed to enter this venue during this puja, and in the same time, no inside persons are also allowed to move out of the village. In fact, this Kher Puja period time when nobody is allowed to enter or come outside of this village is observed most of the tribal community of the Tripura. It may be the Jamatia community, Riyang community and other Tripuri community also. All these sacred duties are performed by the Ochai, who is one of the priests of their community and who should be part of the HALAM community by birth. Tirthomuk and the temple of Mata Tripuri Sundari are considered to be the major pilgrimage center for the HALAM community like other tribes of Tripura. Some of the HALAM have embraced Christianity and have stopped worshipping their traditional god and goddesses. The HALAMs are also fond of riddles and songs, and they are also enjoying lots of their traditional songs in their different social occasions. I hope now you got a understanding about this HALAM tribe. After understanding this HALAM tribe, now we talked about this NOATIA tribe. NOATIA tribes are also one of the earliest settlers in Tripura. Interestingly, none of them preferred to call it as NOATIA because this NOATIA word in Bengali means newcomer. Instead, they are used or they prefer to be called Tripuri or Tripura. In a history or in a story form, the local people they believe that when there was a king in Tripura, they used to have a lots of fight between this king of Tripura and king of Arakan. Many occasions our Tripura king used to conquer the Arakan king, and that period of time when king is establishing or extending his boundary, he is sending his people to occupy that land which has been conquered by the king. So those people or some group of people has been sent to the part of the Arakan which has been conquered by Tripura king. Over the period of time when again there was fight between the Tripura king and the king of Arakan, then Tripura king got defeated. It has happened several times, and several times Tripura king win and several times Tripura king got defeated. When Tripura king got defeated, those Tripuri people who has got settled in this Arakan area, they has to again forced to come back to the Tripura or this under their own king. Then when they come to their own land, the people who are staying behind, they are welcoming them as a newcomers. And the Tripuri word, many people also call them as a Katal. Katal means new. So they are also known as a Katal or Tripura or as a Tripuri. Their settlements are distributed all over Tripura. with the maximum concentration in the South Tripura district, because the South Tripura district was attached towards the Arakan side. In between there was Chittagong area. Earlier in Tripura kingdom, the Chittagong area was also part of the Tripura kingdom. They are also found in Assam and Bangladesh. They speak Kokborok, but they also don't have any script. These NOATIA are also consume the non-vegetarian diet, but they are also not consuming beef as like other Tripuri tribes. The rice is the staple food for them, and the bamboo shoot is one of the most favorite food for them. The akra or dry fish is the favorite food item like other tribal of Tripura. Homemade alcoholic drinks are very much preferred by across the society, both male and female. Smoking of loose tobacco and chewing of betel leaves are very common. The NOATIA have adopted terrace cultivations for different items like rice or vegetable, particularly when they lived in the hilly area. The NOATIAs have several clans, but there is no hierarchy among them. They practice community endogamy and clan exogamy. Junior sororate and junior levirates are also permitted. The modes of acquiring a suitable mates are negotiations or elopement. Monogamy is the norm. There is no marriage symbol, particularly to the woman. The post-marital residence is patriarchal. Bride price is paid in cash. In case of divorce, they are settled by the Dolapati or chief of the village. This is the commonly observed. In their socio-economic life, the birth pollution is also observed till the navel cord of the baby is detached from the body. The naming ceremony is observed on that particular day. For the girl child, a celebration called Risha Somani is observed after the first menstruation of the girl child. In that occasions, they normally put a piece of cloth on the chest of the girl and or recognize this girl child as a mature adult in their society. The wedding ceremony is solemnized at the bride's residence. The ochai or priest sprinkling holy water over the head of the groom and the bride and bless them to live a long, happy married life. The occasion is marked with dancing and drinking. However, widower and divorced are not allowed to participate in the dance or this kind of ceremony where they are celebrating happiness. Most of the NOATIA family are nuclear in form. However, the joint family are also observed. They are patriarchal by authority and patrilineal by successions. Inheritance follow male equigenitor. The NOATIA community also profess Hinduism. At the family level, they worship deities like Lakshmi for wealth, Ganga for peace, and Lampra for food. Burasa is the worshipped for warding off the evil spirit residing in the village. The Ochai is the priest in every village who is responsible for performing all these kind of rituals at the community level. Care Puja, Lampra Puja, Goriya Puja are also important festivals observed in the Tripuri community or NOATIA community. This community has repository of folklores and tales. They are very good in telling various folk tales, and singing and dancing during festivals occasions are very common in this community. This NOATIA community also cremate their bodies after that. The eldest son of the deceased light the prey. The family observed a mourning period of 13 days. Post-funeral rites are observed on the 13 days, and all family members they gather as a mark of respect of the dead persons, and they also have a rituals related on the 13th day. I hope now you can understand the common practice and their traditional belief and custom of the NOATIA community also, and I hope this session is very much useful for the understanding this Chakma tribe, HALAM tribe and NOATIA tribe. Thank you very much for the patience hearing.